and I'm sitting on the ground on a log. Why am I doing this instead of just filming at home? Because I like nature, even though it's hot and humid. Let's see here. Hey guys, Austin here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be answering some of your questions that you submitted to me via Instagram and Twitter. The reason we're doing a Q&A is because I recently hit 50K over on Instagram, 1,000 here on YouTube, and we're close to 10K on Threads, whatever that's going to end up meaning, if that means anything at all in the future. And Twitter is Twitter. We don't talk about Twitter or Elon or X-Force, so whatever it's called now. But I thought to celebrate these milestones, we'd chill back and answer some of your questions. So let's get into it. And yes, we are in the woods. I could have filmed this at home, but it's been nice out. I've been enjoying exploring this summer, so I thought I'd come sit on this log. I had plans to be in a more scenic location, but I forgot my tripod, so this is the best we could do. The FX3 is currently sitting on my backpack. Let's see if I can even just get a video of it to throw in. So, yep, there's the FX3 sitting on my backpack. But yeah, let's answer some questions. What's something I can do as a 16-year-old to grow my name and make money at this age? I think the best thing you can do, especially at that age, is to work for free. And at least at first, I know that sounds a little counterproductive, but honestly, when you're first starting out, you need to A, get practice, and B, you need to build up a portfolio. So just do whatever you can, whether it's a friend's wedding, a friend's birthday party, or whatever, just always offer yourself and your services for free to start. That way you can build up a portfolio, you can get some practice, and then when you're more confident in your skills and you have a back catalog of work that you can show future potential clients, then start charging. Obviously post on social media, post everything you're doing. If it's photography you're going after, then definitely get your friends together, go take pictures of them, whatever kind of niche you're into when it comes to photography, whether it's landscapes, wildlife, whatever, just try and go do it and shoot as much as possible of that thing and just get practice, and then yeah, work for free, build up a portfolio, and get to work. But yeah, how do I have Wi-Fi? Oh, I don't, it's glitched. What's a good budget lens option for the FX30 for vlogging? So I think when it comes to the FX30, I think Sigma and Tamron have a couple good lenses. When you're looking for vlogging, you probably want to get something close to like a 16 to 35 equivalent. I don't know exactly off the top of my head what that is for APS-C sensors, or get like a wide prime, like a 20 millimeter or something like that. I don't have service right now, but I will pop up right here some recommendations for budget lens options that I have found. So check those ones out. I've heard they're pretty good. Could you offer any advice to new photographers? Yeah, just start working. I think that's the best advice I think I could give. And I've talked about it on Instagram before, but the best thing to do is just start. I think a lot of people, they build it up too much in their head of like where they want to be, but they're afraid to like get started because they feel like it's so unachievable. But the best thing you can do is accept that you're gonna suck at it. Anything you're doing for the first time, you're not gonna be good at it right away. You're not gonna be good at it after a week. You're not gonna be good at it after a month. It's gonna take a long time and a lot of hard work. So you're gonna have to be kind of resilient to the fact that it's gonna be a struggle. You're not gonna like a lot of what you do, regardless, and I'm like 3 years into this journey and I still have days where I don't like anything that I make. So that feeling never goes away. So as a new photographer, you got to accept the fact that you're not going to like everything you do. And especially when you're starting, you're going to like pretty much none of it, but that practice is necessary. So again, when I first started, I bought my camera and the day one I put it on manual mode and I just forced myself to learn how to use it. And I just shot anything I could every single day. I was shooting stuff around my house. I was shooting desk setups. If people have been following me since the beginning will know I just shot anything I could really find just because I wanted to practice and I wanted to get better. I was shooting every single day, morning to night, and it's kind of just like an hours game. If you want to get good, you just got to put in the hours. Don't worry about the destination or, oh, that you're not as good as so-and-so or this person yet. Just put in the hours every single day and the skills and the talent are just gonna come, but you gotta put in the work and you gotta be willing suck at it for a little bit. How did I get into photography? So I grew up, originally, I've always kind of wanted to be like a content creator ever since I was a kid. You know, I grew up watching a lot of John Rettinger, Jonathan Morrison, Austin Evans, MKBHD, Soldier Knows Best, The Verge. You know, I grew up watching all of these guys from the very beginning, and I always, you know, the goats of the tech community and the tech industry, and I always just admired like the visual aspect of it. You know, Marquez with his flat lays, you know, The Verge and like all their different scenes in like New York City and stuff like that, you know, talking about these products. And I really just like always admired like the cinematography behind these like tech YouTubers. And originally, and again, if you've been following my journey, I started it on Instagram as I was really into tech. You know, growing up watching these tech people, I really just wanted to become like a tech content creator, which I still am kind of, but not really, not all the time at least. But you know, that's kind of what kind of sparked my interest originally in cameras and cinematography. But then as I got older, I got more into people like Maddie Hapoya, Peter McKinnon, and then even more recently, you know, I became friends with like Mitch Lally, you know, and all of these more photography focused and like creators, these more photography focused creators. But over time, yeah, like that desire to be like a tech YouTuber, you know, kind of shifted more into photography. I fell in love with portrait photography and really wanted to go after that. So the last like year or so, I've been pursuing portrait photography pretty heavily, lifestyle photography, things like that. But yeah, I think I kind of just got into it through the tech world and tech YouTube and wanted to be a content creator from the beginning. And then that over time just kind of transitioned into just photography in general, because I found myself watching these tech videos and being more interested in like the cinematography of them than the actual product they were talking about. So yeah, that was a super roundabout way and complicated way to answer that question, but that's me. So do you respond to Instagram mentions of you by smaller photographers and help their account? A giant truck just drove by, or an ATV or something, or I'm in Jurassic Park. I don't know. I could have wandered off the path. What was I saying? Oh yeah, do I respond to Instagram mentions? So I don't have any of my notifications turned on for any social media apps on my phone. I like to just like check that when I want to and not just be like bombarded by it all day. And Instagram, especially as the account is kind of growing, it's getting harder and harder to keep up with mentions and tags and DMs. So I guess the answer would probably be no. I don't really see much of that. I do my best to stay in contact and respond, but it's really hard to keep up with every single one. But I have thought about, you know, toying with the idea of offering like mentor sessions. You know, as I'm kind of starting to learn and get better at what I do, I'm feeling more comfortable that like maybe I do have something to offer, you know, in the form of like maybe offering a mentor session where we could sit down over Zoom, you know, for like an hour and go over your work and specifically kind of talk about what you can improve on, any advice I could give, and maybe how I could help you grow your page. So yeah, mentor sessions is kind of something I've been toying around. If that's something you'd be interested in, kind of having me review your work and sit down with me one-on-one and talk about it, definitely let me know, and I'll try and set something up so I can start offering that to you. But yeah, if you have interest in that, definitely leave a comment below. Also like and subscribe while you're down there, because we're going hard on YouTube. I've made the decision, we're going hard on YouTube now. He says that and then it's gonna be like 4 months before his next video. Best advice for people. So just in general, I think just be nice. Don't be a jerk, don't take advantage of people, and just do your best to leave the world better than you found it, and to always, you know, be there and look out for other people and put them over yourselves to an extent. You know, have boundaries, have healthy, you know, boundaries. Learn to say no. It's okay to say no sometimes, but in general, like, just try and be a decent person, you know, and be willing to help and get out of your way to support others. So, what's your favorite piece of gear and what's your favorite app? Favorite piece of gear. Originally, I probably would have said something like a few weeks ago, I probably would have said like my 35mm G Master lens, but more recently I've been really into my drone. So I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I bought it like a year ago, and then I crashed it almost immediately after getting it. because I had no idea what I was doing. And then I had the DJI Care on it, but I just got so busy and had some other stuff going on in my personal life that I just didn't have time to get it fixed. So it sat on a shelf for like probably a good 6 months, but I got it fixed at the beginning of this summer because I wanted to use it more. And I've been really enjoying shooting drone footage and taking it out. It's kind of become like my favorite way to capture video recently, to the point where I'm actually considering upgrading from the Mini 3 Pro. I just don't quite know which one to go for. I know that the Mavic Air 3 just came out and that looks pretty good. But yeah, if you have drone recommendations, also leave those down in the comments. I'm looking for something maybe to upgrade from the Mini 3 Pro to whatever is the best next step, you know? So drone recommendations, leave them down below as well. Places you'd like to shoot. Places I'd like to shoot. The West Coast, I live in Utah, so the West Coast, I grew up in California, but I really have been dying to go to like Oregon and Washington coast. I don't know, it's just a place I've wanted to go to forever, and there's something about like I'm not like a beach, sunny volleyball, Top Gun Maverick kind of guy. I love like my beach. I just saw the Barbie movie and I keep saying beach.
If I wasn't severely injured, I would beat you off right now, Ken.
But I prefer I prefer my beaches like rocky with the cliffs and the fog. Like I want to wear a sweater when I go to the beach, and I've been wanting to photograph that kind of area and environment for a really long time. I'm hoping to maybe go next month, but I'm not sure the trip's gonna happen. But yeah, other than that, of course, like I want to go to Iceland like everyone else. Hawaii would be fun. But yeah, those are kind of the places that are on my mind right now to go. How do you sustain yourself? Full-time, freelance, day job, tips for aspiring creators. So as of about a year ago, I have been lucky enough to be full-time freelance. So after a string of horrible 9-to-5 jobs that either like the business went under and we got laid off, or I just got fired for whatever reason.
Well, I'm very happy in this job, and I really just appreciate the opportunity to help
you're
support
fired, of course. I mean, can't really keep you on.
Wait, what?
I've made the commitment to go all in on content creation and photography, and I've been lucky enough to sustain myself that way for the last year or so. And don't get me wrong, it's definitely not easy, and I would definitely recommend to like a lot of aspiring creators to don't quit your day job right away. You know, there's something nice about having that consistent paycheck, you know, that allows you to free up and not be as stressed about making content, you know, and feeling like you have to take all these brand deals. It allows you to have a little more freedom with your content. So, but yeah, I've been lucky enough to be freelance. With that being said, I am available for booking. I don't know if that's super obvious all the time. You can contact me via my website, which is always down in the description. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. But yeah, if you need like a wedding shot, products, portraits, video, commercials, whatever, just hit me up. I'd love to collab. I'd love to work with you. I'm always looking to get out of my comfort zone and work on new and exciting projects. And I do travel. So if you're not in Utah, but you want me, and I will come to you, and let's make something. So yeah, you can find, again, if you want to book me, you want to work with me on any of those kind of categories or any kind of project that involves a camera, hit me up through the website or on social media. Yeah, let's make it happen. How to revive an IG account with dead reach. So honestly, the best thing to do is Reels. Reels is kind of where it is right now. And you also got to understand that the Instagram and the algorithm and content creation in general is going to be a roller coaster. You know, like you're going to have months where you're on top of the world, you're getting awesome numbers, and then you're going to have months where it's just kind of dead. But you kind of just got to push through it, you know, and then learn and study and adapt, you know, to the changing environment. Look at what other creators are doing, and don't straight up rip them off, but take inspiration from what's working for them and apply it to your own content and your own ideas. But yeah, just steady the storm, post consistently, post every single day, stay present, you know. At the end of the day, like, you may not seem like it's working right now, but give it 5-10 years. If you just stick with it, you're gonna see results and you're gonna get better. But yeah, just constantly be learning, adapting, and growing. But yeah, stick in there is the best advice I could give. Current specs of your laptop. I have the M1 Max MacBook Pro with 64 gigs of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. It's in silver, and it's my favorite laptop I've ever owned. I've had it for a little over a year now, and honestly, I can't see myself upgrading anytime soon. It does everything that I need. Water, drink it. Favorite Across the Spider-Verse moment. My favorite moment is probably when Miles and Gwen are swinging, and my favorite specific frame is this one. I will pop it up on screen if I can find it. What's the best lighting to get for filming YouTube videos? I'm looking at Elgato key lights. Key lights are great, but they're not super versatile, so they pretty much have to be clamped to your desk. So if you're streaming, they're a good option, but they're also really expensive. So personally, I would go with something like the Amaran 100X or the Amaran 200X. Those are the lights that I use, and they're not super expensive. They're maybe like $200-300, which I know that sounds expensive, but when it comes to lighting, that is very cheap. And they're super versatile. They're small, they're lightweight. You can set them up wherever, and then you don't even have to get a softbox with those. You can just bounce them off of one of your walls, and that'll diffuse the light, give you a nice glow. I did that forever before buying any softbox. But yeah, you'll just get a lot more use out of those over like an Elgato key light. Do you use anything to plan out the content you make? No. I'm pretty terrible at planning. I try my best to write ideas down just like in the Notes app. So when I have an idea, I try my best to just write it down. But a lot of times, if I have an idea and I have time, I'll just sit down and make it right there and then post it right away. So yeah, organization is not my strong suit. I'm working on it, but yeah, usually as organized as it gets is just me dumping ideas into the Notes app. All right, that's it. That is all of the questions I have to answer for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, like I say every time I make a video, I am trying my best to get better at it, but I promise this time my goal is at least 1 to maybe 2 videos a week on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna start switching a lot of my focus over here to YouTube and making a push to grow it. So I would love to get this channel to 10K by the end of the year. Might not happen, but I'm gonna work hard for it and maybe we'll get close, but that would be super awesome. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll catch you guys in the next one.